All right, we're going to start here with our number one black inventor, Miss Mary Beatrice Davis Kenner. Born May 17, 1912, died January 13, 2006, was an African American inventor most noted for her development of the sanitary belt. She invented the sanitary belt with the moisture-proof napkin pocket. The sanitary belt wasn't used until 1956. 30 years after she had first invented it, the company that first showed interest in her invention rejected it after they discovered that she was an African American woman. Between 1956 and 1987, she received 5 patents for her household and personal items creation. Mary Kenner's sister Mildred Davis was also a prolific inventor. They shared the patent of the toilet tissue holder as well. So here we have here, guys, a picture of the sanitary belt that Miss Mary Kenner invented. Thank you, Miss Mary. May you continue to rest in peace. All right, here we have here number 2, Mr. Prince. A cool fact that I did not know myself. But did you know that Prince gave Spike Lee the money to film the movie She's Gotta Have It? That was so sweet of him. And also another cool fact that he financially provided for Lauryn Hill's children when she went to jail. And last, he also covered the cost of Trayvon Martin's funeral. Bless his heart. May you continue to rest in peace, Prince. All right, guys, as we go on here to our next black inventor, Sarah Beloved. Born December 23rd, 1867, died May 25th, 1919, known as Miss the Great We Know Who, Madam C.J. Walker, was an African-American entrepreneur and a political and social activist. Walker was considered the wealthiest African-American businesswoman and wealthiest self-made woman in America at the time of her death in 1919. You know, most people who've heard of her would tell you one or two things about Miss Madam. She was the first black millionaire, and she invented the world's first hair straightening formula and the hot comb. Thank you, Miss Madam. May you continue to rest in peace. And here we have here, guys, Mr. Gerald A. Lawson. Born December the 1st, 1940, died April the 9th, 2011. Was an American electronic engineer. Go by the name of Jerry. He was one of the African American engineers, one of the few African American engineers in the video game industry at the time. He is known for his work in designing the Fairchild Channel video game console. Thank you, Mr. Lawson. May you continue to rest in peace. And number 5 we have here is Mr. Otis Borkus. Otis Borkus' most notable contribution to science was likely the circuit improvements he made to pacemakers. After losing his mother to heart failure, a contribution that has saved countless lives since. But this single improvement was among a list of achievements. Mr. Borkus, thank you so much for the improvements you made to the pacemaker. My mom needed a pacemaker. Rest in peace, Mom. I love you so much. But she passed away of breast cancer. But as we go on, Mr. Borkus had 26 patents in his name and is famed for the development of IBM computers, burglar-proof cash register, chemical air filters, and electronic resistors used in control missiles and other devices. All right, I just want to share one more interesting fact about Mr. Otis. Mr. Otis also invented a resistor. A resistor is a passive two-terminal electrical component that implements electrical resistance as a circuit element. There are all different types of resistors. Resistors are used to reduce current flow, adjust signal levels, also to divide voltage, bias, active elements, and terminal transmission lines, among all other uses. So the next time when we say we're hot and we want some AC, let's thank Mr. Otis. Alrighty, here we have here number 6. Mr. Garrett Augusta Morgan was born on March 4th, 1877 in Paris, Kentucky. He attended elementary school in Kentucky, but he spent most of his time working on his parents' farm. Augusta, part of the Black History Month, we remember him as Garrett Augusta Morgan, a Cleveland inventor and businessman best known for creating the modern day gas mask and traffic light. Woohoo! Save lives. All right, guys, as we finish up here about Mr. Garrett Morgan, as he goes on, while he was here, he was an inventor and an entrepreneur. And one of the quotes that I found from Morgan was, I love this. This is so true. And guys, take heed to this. This is come from Garrett Morgan. This is one of his quotes. He stated, "If you can be the best, then why not try to be the best? If you want to do something, then be the best." Amen. I agree. But anyways, thank you so much, Mr. Morgan. May you continue to rest in peace. Okay, number 7 we have here. Can you guess who is this? Well, this is Miss Maria Van Britton Brown. Did you know that the first home security system was invented by a black nurse? Well, I did, and now I know by doing my research. But anyways, meet Maria Van Britton Brown. Although she was a full-time nurse, she recognized the security threats to her home and devised a system that would alert her or strangers at her door and contact relevant authorities as quickly as possible. Her original invention consists of peepholes, camera monitors, and two-way microphone. The finishing touch was an alarm button that would, when pressed, would immediately contact the police. Her patent laid the groundwork for the modern closed-circuit television system that is widely used for surveillance, home security systems, push buttons, alarm triggers, crime preventions, and traffic monitoring. Great job, Miss Maria Van Britton. You did a great job. Thank you so much, and may you continue to rest in peace. Okay, here we have here number 8, Mr. George Crum, inventor of the chip. In 1853, George Crum, a man of African and Native American descent, invented the potato chip in a Saratoga Springs, New York restaurant called Carrie's Moon Lake House. Alright guys, as I continue to search on, there are 2 stories to how the chip was invented. So here we have here, as I search on, as they say, Mr. Bennett was working at Carrie's Moon's restaurant. So they stated that there was, as I see here, there was 2 different stories about it. One was saying that him and his sister was in the kitchen and one of the chips accidentally fell in the grease. And also we had it where there was a fussy customer comes in the restaurant complaining about Mr. Crum fries was too thick and soggy. And as I read on, it stated that the customer sent the fries back twice. The chef kept slicing them thinner and then fried them to the crisp and seasoned them heavily with salt. By then, they were too thin to eat with a fork. Crum expected the fussy customer to dislike them, but the man praised them highly. So the potato chips were invented by accident. And here we have here, guys, the Saratoga chips, invented in 1853. Okay, guys, from what you just heard, from what I just searched, those 2 different stories, what they say about how the chip was invented, but we do know who invented the chip. So if you want to learn more about Mr. George Crum, go and do your homework and find out more. Okay, here we have here number 9, Dr. Shirley Jackson. Dr. Shirley Jackson is an American physicist who received her PhD from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 1973. The year I was born. She was the first African American woman to earn a doctorate in nuclear physics at MIT. In addition to her lengthy list of academic achievements, she also has an impressive number of inventions under her belt. Here we have here one of the developments that she came up with in the telecommunication space, including the touch tone phones. Okay, guys, if you remember the touch tone phones or your parents had a touch tone phones in their home, leave a comment below and tell me, what do you think about the touch tone phones? Alrighty, thank you, Miss Shirley, for all you do as she lives on as the president of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. And here we go on to another legend, Mr. Lewis Howard Lattimore, born September the 4th, 1848, died December 11th, 1928, was an American inventor and a patent draftman for the light bulb and telephone. Mr. Lewis was born in Chelsea, Massachusetts, died at the age of 80 in Flushing, Queens, New York City. Mr. Lewis' occupation was an inventor, author, engineer, and a patent consultant. Thank you, Mr. Lewis Howard Latimer, for all your hard work. May you continue to rest in peace. All right, the last one, guys. Coming up next, a cool fun fact that the kids would enjoy. Our super soaker inventor, Lonnie Johnson. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy watching and learning with your kids about our black inventors. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like, and turn on that notification bell for future videos so you will never miss another video. And guys, 2 tips to leave with you. Tip number 1, always remember to smile. It does the body good. Tip number 2, 2 days to never worry about, and that's yesterday and tomorrow. Live for today. Take care and be safe.